Okay, hi everyone. We'll start, Scott's still eating Reese's Puffs. Okay, we'll get started on our seat, or if you want to lay on your back, feel free to do that. I'll cue just sitting in an easy seat. You can be cross-legged, or you can sit on your heels. If a block feels better underneath your butt, or like a book or anything you have that substitutes as a block, do that. And just begin to close your eyes. Begin to tune into sensations in your body. It's been super rainy here in Ohio, so if it's the same for you and you're feeling heavier, more lethargic, maybe tap into that. Feel the ground underneath you, supporting you. Begin to bring awareness to your breath. Noticing how the inhalations and exhalations feel coming in and out of the body. Maybe you slowly begin to deepen and lengthen the inhales, matching the exhales to that length or depth. Empty the air out of your lungs, wherever breath you're on. Breathe together. So on an inhale, breathe in 1, 2, 3. Exhale out the mouth, 3, 2, 1. Big inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale out, 3, 2, 1. One more together. Big inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale out, 3, 2, 1. Continue this deep breath on your own. Maybe starting to cultivate your Ujjayi breath. Keeping the lips sealed on the exhale. Slight restrictions in the back of the throat, creating a whisper-like quality of to the voice or to the breath. And it almost sounds like ocean waves crashing along the shore. You can keep your eyes closed, or you can begin to open them. On an inhale, we're going to reach our arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, we're going to drop the right hand, reach the left hand up and over towards the right side of the room. Inhale, come back to center, arms meet above the head. Exhale, drop the left hand, reach up and over with the right. Maybe look under that right armpit, really lengthening through the right side body. Inhale, arms come back to center. Exhale, hands come down. Your left hand is gonna catch your right knee. Right hand is gonna come about behind you, wherever. Just for a nice easy twist. If there's room available for you here, inhale for length and exhale, maybe twist a little bit deeper. Feel that core contraction so you're not just twisting through the shoulders, but really twisting all through the upper body. On an inhale, come back up to center, arms reach up. Exhale, both arms drop, left hand comes across the right. Right hand comes across the left knee, oh my goodness. Left arm comes behind you just slightly. Again, every inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist through the core. Inhale, come back to center. We'll move through those side stretches, kind of more one breath, one movement. So take an inhale. Exhale, left arm, right arm drops. Reach the left arm up and over to the side. Inhale, come up. Exhale, left hand drops. Reach over to the left. Inhale, come back up. Twist to your right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, come back up. We're going to come into our tabletop. Pretty standard like we've been doing. We're going to come into our cat and cows. So on an inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, curve the spine around, drop the head. Inhale, belly comes down, gaze comes up. Exhale, curl in, shoulder blades draw away from each other. Take a few more rounds on your own with your own breath. When you're ready, we'll meet in neutral tabletop. Coming into spinal balance, right foot is going to kick out, left arm is going to come off the mat. Like you're going to shake someone's hand, the left bicep is by the left ear. Really hug that belly up and in. Flexing through that right foot, take an inhale. Exhale, bring the elbows, knee round through the spine. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, curl in. Inhale out. Exhale, round knee to elbow. Inhale, back out. Exhale, hand and knee find the mat. We'll switch right into the left side, kicking the left foot out. Right arm comes up next to the right ear. Take an inhale. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, long. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, reach. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, out. Exhale, limbs find the mat. Take a one cat count here. Tuck the toes. On an inhale, lift the knees off the ground just a few inches and hold here. Really drawing that belly up into the spine. Shoulders and arms are strong. Take one more full breath. Last inhale. Exhale, hips comes high. Downward facing dog. Maybe pedal this out. Bending at one knee, opposite heel comes to the ground. When you're ready, come to stillness. Really spread the fingertips wide on the mat. Ground down through all pads of the fingers and the four corners of the fingers. Rolling the shoulder blades down the back, hips high towards the ceiling as the heels draw towards the ground, long through the back of the legs. On an inhale, walk your hands to meet your feet at the back of the mat. Feet come back, hips with distance. You're just going to hang here in ragdoll, grabbing for opposite elbows. Maybe sway from side to side. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Maybe release the grip of your teeth if you're clenching your jaw together. Wiggle that jaw out. Anything to do to release here. We're going to roll up one vertebrae at a time on the inhale. Arms come up, high mountain. We're just going to do that side stretch again. Drop the right arm down to your side. Reach the left arm up and over towards the right side of the room. Really ground through the heel of that left foot. Feeling length all the way up through the left leg and side body. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, left arm drops, right arm reaches up and over. Feel that right foot press in. Maybe the toes come off the mat just a little bit. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, soften the back of the knees, slowly fold all the way down into a forward fold. We're gonna walk our hands out to our first plank. Holding here. Come forward on the toes. Exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. We're gonna come into some baby cobras. So hands are gonna plant right underneath the shoulders. Inhale, lift the head and chest. Shoelace side of the feet, press into the floor just slightly. Most of the action is coming from the upper to mid back here. On an exhale, release down to the floor. We'll do one more, or we'll do two more. One just like that. Inhale, lift up. Maybe your hands float away from the mat. Last inhale. Exhale, release. Now we're gonna walk our fingertips off the edges of our mat. You're gonna cupcake your hands, so like you're tenting your hands like you have a cupcake underneath them. That makes sense? And on an inhale, we're gonna lift our head and our chest up. Really squeezing those shoulder blades on the back. Really expanding through the front of the chest. Exhale, lower back down. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes. Pull up on the kneecaps so the knees lift away from the mat. And on an inhale, press up into plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. We're gonna move into our sun A's. Know that you can take any movement that feels good during this. Really linking one breath, one movement. If you wanna take out any push-ups and just hold plank. If you wanna take out any up dogs and just do a push-up, I'll cue it all. So when you're ready, on an inhale, lift the heels up off the mat. Exhale, we're gonna tiptoe our hands to the top of the mat, just slowly warming up. Inhale, halfway lift, hands come to shins, flatten the back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, high mountains, hands reach towards the earth. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands plant, step back. Lower halfway or all the way. Inhale, up dog or push up. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. Inhale, come high in the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, move feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, high mountain. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands plant, lower halfway or all the way, all on the out breath. Inhale, up dog or push up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, heels come high. Exhale, bend the knees, look at the hands, move feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, high mountain. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, lower halfway. Inhale, up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right away, inhale, heels come high. Exhale, bend at the knees, move feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, high mountain. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, jumper step back, lower halfway. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. Find your breath. If your breath isn't working for you today, you can always find a different anchor for your practice, whether that's whatever limb is connected to the earth. Really feel that connection. Or maybe it's just the sound of your breath or the sound of something or the music you're listening to. So on an inhale, we're gonna raise our heels. Exhale, bend the knees, look to the hands, move forward, jump, step, or hop. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, sink the hips. We're coming into chair pose. Really ground through the feet. Bending, sinking at the hips. Tummy comes up and in. We don't want too much arch in the low back. So really round through that low back, firing up the glutes for a healthy low back. Arms reach up towards the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands plant, jumper step back, lower halfway. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, step the foot in between the hands. Coming up into warrior one or crescent lunge. Warrior one, back foot is going to spin down. Back heel is going to spin down. Inhale up. Really sink into this first warrior one. Hips are going to come square-ish if you're in warrior one to the front of the room. One more inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, maybe hug the foot, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg comes high. Exhale, step the foot in between the hands. Back heel comes down for warrior one. Inhale, rise. Sink in. Really start to feel that connection with your body as we get warmed up here. Last inhale, reach up. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, lower halfway, all on the out breath. Inhale up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, the heels come high. Exhale, bend the knees, look to the hands, jumper step. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, sink the hips, chair pose. Just one full breath here. Last inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, the right leg high. Exhale, step in between the hands. Rise up, crescent lunge, or warrior one. Last in breath. Exhale, hands plant, lower. Inhale up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, step it in between the hands. Rise up, warrior one. Last inhale. Exhale, step back. Lower halfway. Inhale up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. Move through those sun Bs, one breath, one movement. If your breath isn't matching my breath, that's okay. Take your own pace. Inhale, come high on the heels. Exhale, bend the knees, jump or hop forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, jump or step back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, the right leg high. Exhale, step in between the hands. Rise up, inhale, crescent or warrior one. Exhale, hands drop. Step back, lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing. Right away, left leg lifts. Exhale, step in between the hands. Rise up. Exhale, fold. Step back, lower halfway. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, we're gonna try something new here. So inhale the right leg high. Exhale, we're gonna go forward to plank. We're gonna bring that right leg to the right. elbow, kick it back, lower for a push-up, inhale up, exhale, downward facing dog. We're gonna do that again. Come into plank, knee to chest, kick it back, lower, up, downward facing dog. One more. Come to plank, knee to opposite elbow, back to plank, push up, downward facing dog. Take a breath here. And we're gonna plant the left, right foot in between the hands. Rise up, crescent lunge. Really come high on that back toe, that back heel. We're gonna bring that right hip forward, left hip back. I switched that, right hip back, left hip forward. I'm all messed up today. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. We're gonna chop our hands over to the right. So we're just gonna chop it like that. Yeah, your hand is gonna make connection somewhere along your thigh, your hand, maybe it's your forearm. This is gonna be the amount that you wanna twist when we bring our hand up for a twisted crescent lunge. Using that connection more as the foundation and less as like a cranking or like a, I don't know what the word is, but you know, just use that as some foundation to twist. Nothing too crazy here. On an inhale, we're gonna open all the way up, warrior two. Really settling in here. I know that right leg is on fire. On an inhale, we're gonna come into our side angle of our choice. Maybe you're hovering the beach ball today. Maybe your right hand just makes contact with the inner right thigh, or the forearm makes contact with the top of the thigh. When you're ready, come back to warrior two. We're gonna cartwheel the arms down and then lift the right arm, runner's lunge. Maybe wiggling this out, feeling with what it's like to play with the position of the hips. Really draw the shoulder blades along the back. We're gonna roll onto the pinky toe side of that left foot, coming into side plank. If you wanna play with that toe grab, like we did last week, feel free to. Maybe you come into tree pose on your side plank. When you're ready, come down to plank, lower chaturanga, inhale up, exhale, downward facing. Take a few breaths here. Let's take one last breath. Big inhale. Exhale it out. We got those funky push-ups. Raise the left leg high. On an inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, knee to left tricep. Inhale to plank, lower halfway. Inhale up. Exhale, down dog. Inhale to plank. Bring the knee to the chest. Back to plank. Lower halfway. Inhale up. Exhale, down dog. Last one. Inhale to plank. Exhale, knee goes to right tricep. Back to plank. Lower halfway. Inhale up. Exhale, down dog. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring the foot in between the hands. Rise up, crescent lunge. Know that this side is going to feel maybe totally different than your right side, and that's okay. Now this left hip comes back in space, right hip comes forward just slightly, really squaring towards the front of the room, hugging that belly up and in. Take an inhale. Exhale, hands come to heart center. We're going to chop to the left. Maybe that hand form is going to make contact with the outside of the left leg. And then on an inhale, lift up the left arm, coming into a twist. If your forearm is making pretty far contact and you want to come into that prayer twist, feel free to. Hold here for just one breath longer. Inhale, open up, warrior two, left foot's in front. Make sure that knee is tracking over the middle toe. You don't want anything collapsing too much in. Shoulders stack over the hips. Take one more inhale. Stay for the exhale. Last inhale. Exhale, come into your side angle. Inhale, come up to warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel your arms down to the mat. Come high onto the pinky toes of just the toes of the right foot. And inhale the right arm up. Feel into this twisted runner's lunge. We're going to come into our side plank, maybe using that toe grab, rolling onto the pinky toe side of the right foot, lifting that left leg up to meet the right, or coming into tree. Hold for one more in-breath. Stay for the out-breath. Lift everything a little bit higher on the in-breath. Exhale, come back to plank, lower halfway. Good, inhale up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good work, guys. Take a few breaths here. If you've lost your breath, come back to it. I'm gonna get a drink. Whew. Okay, when you're ready. Inhale, we're gonna lift high on the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Bottom of the exhale, move feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Heel toe the feet out without hips width distance. And on an inhale, we're gonna bend the knees, sink the hips, coming into chair. A wide-legged chair. I kind of find this more comfortable, more stability through the legs, especially if you're making sure they're tracking over that middle toe. You're really using inner thighs, outer thighs. Yeah, you're just using them. Take an in breath. Exhale, fly the arm back, strap the chest, coming into power chair. Inhale, arms come forward, out straight in front of you, lift up on the heels, spear pose. Hold here. Embrace the shakes, embrace the wobbles. You're so strong. Inhale, stand up, maybe keep the toes lifted all the way up. Exhale, drop the heels. Come into a forward fold. We're gonna grab our peace fingers around our big toe. Thumb comes around the outside of the toe. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Elbows come out towards the side of the room. Feel free to bend your knees as much as is comfortable. Something a little more restorative to rest your chest on. Shake the head, yes. Shake the head, no. Take one more breath. Empty it all out. Release the grip. We're coming into crow pose if you so choose. If you'd rather not crow today, just come to Malasana squat, butt drops to the ground. If you are coming into crow, we've been doing this for a few weeks now. Hands come about shoulder width distance. Come high in the toes, bend at the knees. Place the knees on the upper arms, almost to the armpits. Lean forward, bend at the elbows. Lift up one foot, maybe both. Hold for one more breath. Take the last inhale. Exhale, shoot it back to Chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come high in the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Move feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Heel toe the feet out, hips width distance. On an inhale, bend the knees, sink the hips, chair pose. Think about why you stepped on your mat today. And how do you want to show up there? Inhale, arms slide back, chest comes slightly forward, power chair. Really sit into the hips here. Inhale, arms come straight out in front of you, lift up on the heels, fear pose. Keep sinking through the hips. Inhale, stand all the way up, keep the heels lifted. Exhale, drop the heels, bend all the way forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. We'll come into gorilla, sliding our hands underneath our feet. Toes meet the crease of our wrist. Inhale, halfway lift with the spine if it's comfortable. Exhale, fold forward. Maybe shake the head, yes. Shake the head, no here. Take one more breath. Release the grip. You've got one more chance for crow, or we can just stay in Malasana. If you're coming into crow, same thing, hands come out, shoulder width distance. Knees come to the back of the arms. Slowly bend into the arms like chaturanga. Lift one foot, maybe two. Last inhale. Exhale, shoot it back, chaturanga. And we'll all be in downward facing dog. Inhale, come high in the toes. Exhale, move feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. High mountain. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Now really find one spot to focus on, preferably something not moving. Center your gaze on that one point. We're going to ground down into our left foot. Inhale the right knee up into the chest. We're going to bring the right knee out to the side of the room. Your hip is going to stop where it wants to stop when we do it like this. Some of you dancers might have way more flexible hips than the rest of us. So you'll know when your body wants to stop. You can either hold here or come into your tree, trying to keep that angle so we're not doing anything too crazy to the hip. Extra balance challenge, maybe the branches lift on your tree. Maybe your eyes closed. Really feel all four corners of that left foot to feel grounded and stable. When we activate all through the core, the more stable we'll feel in this balancing posture. Inhale, we're going to bring the right knee to center. And on an exhale, we're going to sit into that left knee and coming into figure four chair. So we're really sinking back through the hip like we're coming into another chair pose with this right foot across the left thigh. Hands can be at heart center. Option to fold over. Maybe your hands find the ground. If your hands find the ground and you're like, I need something else, hands can plant firmly on the ground. If you want to come back into some arm balances, you're going to bend at your arms like chaturanga and lift up that back foot, maybe straighten it out straight. Maybe, if you want to play around with that. If not, totally get it. We'll all meet in a figure four. We're going to inhale, lift the chest, lift the knee, straighten the left leg. Exhale, right foot finds the mat. Maybe wiggle out that left leg a little bit. Inhale, arms come high. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Find your drishti, that gaze that you had earlier. Grounding down through the right foot, the right leg. Inhale, lift the left knee up. Exhale, bring the right knee out, the left knee out to the side of the room. Wherever it stops, that's where you stop. You can stay here, Or bring that left leg in to the thigh, the shin. Can be a kickstand too if your balance is like, nah, today. All are great options. Come in tune with your breath and your body and the sensations. They all do the same thing. Option to lift your branches. Maybe close your eyes. Bring the hands to heart center. Knee comes out in front of you. Cross the left foot over the right thigh, really sinking in, bending on the right knee for that chair, figure four chair. Option to stay here or fold over that chair, maybe get into that left hip a little bit more. And if you want to plant the hands and play with that arm balance, that left foot is really going to wrap around that to create almost like a bind. It's going to help really stabilize you into lifting that right foot off the ground. Okay, we're all going to meet just at the top of our mat. Inhale, bring the arms above the head. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, lower halfway. Or stay in plank. Stillness is strength, don't forget that. Inhale up. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're gonna inhale the right leg high. Exhale, step the foot in between the hands. Rise up, crescent lunge. Right foot's forward. Exhale, open up, warrior two. We're gonna come into goddess. So we're gonna face forward. Actually, no, we're facing the side of our mat. Toes are gonna be out, heels are gonna be in. Bending at the knees, we're sinking into this squat-like position. Arms are gonna be at goalpost or behind the head. Actually, let's do behind the head. Take an inhale. Exhale, we're gonna crunch towards the right. Inhale to center. Crunch towards the left. Your elbow is not gonna meet your knee, so you don't need to try to get there. Just keeping this core nice and tight. Exhaling to the right. Inhaling up. Exhale left. Inhale up. Keep that pace, whichever pace you want. Keep sinking into those legs. Really feeling those obliques slide up. Just a few more on each side. Last round. Coming back to our warrior. We're just gonna move right in to our warrior two, right leg in front. We're gonna flip the front palm, reverse your warrior. Straighten through that front leg. Coming into warrior two arms. Reach, reach, reach forward. Dropping the right arm down into triangle pose. Taking whatever you need here. Maybe some more rest. Pressing the hand onto the shin or block. Maybe the back of the hand rests on the front of the inner part of the calf. Really working the quad or the core still. Oh my goodness. When you're ready, we're going to drop that left hand down to the ground. Back foot steps up about halfway up the mat, coming into pyramid pose. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. All 10 toes face the front of the room. Feet are like they're on train tracks, so they're not quite on top of each other. Create some space in between the jaw. Maybe relax the area right in between your eyebrows. When you're ready, step that left foot back towards the back of the mat. Right foot meets it. Take a chaturanga if you want it. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, step the foot in between the hands. Rise up, crescent lunge. We've been here before, so you know how to make this the best crescent lunge. We show up better and better every time. Open up warrior two when you're ready. Just here for a breath or two. Keeping that soft gaze over the front middle finger. We're coming in to our goddess. Face the side of the mat. Bending, toes come out, knees come in, bending at the knees. Arms come to goalposts. Now we're just gonna twist from side to side. So take an inhale. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale up. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale back. Keep twisting. Let that twist come from the abdominals and last from the shoulders. It's gonna be a really subtle movement, but if you're doing it right, you're gonna feel it. Keep sinking through those legs. Take a few more rounds. Last time to the right. Last time to the left. Come back, sink into your goddess. Open back up, warrior two. Flip the front palm, reach forward. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Straighten through the front leg. Bring the hands to warrior two. Arms straight out in front of you. Lean, lean, lean forward. Right hip goes back. Exhale, drop the hand. Coming into triangle pose. Maybe trusting yourself to lean back a little bit further or look up at the ceiling. Remember, if you overextend in your knees, create a slight micro bend in that knee. When you're ready, right arm is going to drop down, hands frame the front foot, step the back foot in about halfway, all 10 toes face the front of the mat, inhale, halfway lift, exhale, fold forward. There can be bend in the knee as much as is comfortable. When you're ready, right foot is going to step back to the back of the mat. Left foot is going to meet it. Take a chaturanga if you want it. Or we'll meet in downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. Inhale, come forward to plank. Just hold plank here. If it's more comfortable, if you have any wrist issues, maybe come down on the forearms. We're only holding for not too much longer. If it gets difficult, pump the breath. Strong inhales, strong exhales. Hips are in line with shoulders, don't sag in too much. Just 5 more seconds, you can do it. Exhale, lower all the way down to your stomach, good work. Arms come alongside the body, chin comes to center. On an inhale, we're gonna lift the legs, the arms, the head, the chest up for locust pose. Really feel the back line of the body work and squeeze in to lift the limbs just a little bit higher. Take an inhale, exhale, lower. Now bring the arms out to goalposts. Chin comes to center. On an inhale, we're gonna lift everything up for locust with goalpost arms. Notice how sensation's different, but your focus can be the same. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Now arms are gonna come all the way out in front of us. Last little locust pose. Chins at center on an inhale. Lift the legs, lift the chest, lift the hands out in front of you. Where does your mind go when the challenge creeps in? Know that you are strong and you can do it. Take one more inhale. Exhale, release everything down to the mat. Maybe windshield wiper the feet back and forth. Hands are gonna plant under the shoulders. We're not quite done yet. Toes tuck, inhale, lift up, push up. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're gonna come to the seat at the top of our mat. So anyway, when you get there, if you're gonna jump through to a seat or walk your feet up, we'll meet in a seat. Come onto your back. We haven't done these in a minute, and I know they're Sarah's favorite. So lift your legs up. Maybe you wanna place your hands underneath your low back or your glutes or your sacrum. Okay, just feel this for a second. And then we're gonna lower our legs 30 degrees, 30%. Keep that low back glued to the mat, lower another 30. Lower the legs to a hover, keep that low back, look at the feet, hover the feet or kick the feet, flutter the feet, whatever, for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift the legs up. We're running out of time, so we'll only do one more. Lower the legs 30 degrees. Lower the legs another 30. Lower the legs to a hover. Look at the feet. Kick the feet out. Flutter for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lay all the way down on the mat. Take a nice big long body stretch. Take a nice big inhale and a deep exhale. We're gonna all meet in downward facing dog. So if you want to rock and roll, maybe jump back to your chaturanga, or just get back to our dog any way you want. We're gonna raise the right leg high when you're there. We're gonna bend the knee, open the hip. Option to flip your dog here just a little if you want it. Flip dogs come back to three-legged dog, squaring off the hips. Step the foot in between the hands. We're gonna drop the back knee. Might have to screw your back knee out because we're gonna straighten through that right leg, coming into half split. You might wanna walk your front heel out just slightly. Just stack your hip over your left knee. Holding over that front leg. Similar sensation to pyramid pose. If you're wanting more and you want to slide into split, wiggle that front heel out just slightly, maybe that back knee wiggles back. Be patient with yourself here. Just a few more breaths wherever you are. If you're in split, it's kind of an awkward transition, but bring your leg back into that half split. We're gonna come forward, bending the front knee, and just reach the arms up. Anjalayasana. Be sinking in into that front hip. When you're ready, hand comes down. Tuck the left toe. Really lift, 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 and kick that right leg back up. Three-legged dog. Foot comes down. Your regular down dog. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Option to flip your dog here. you did so on the last side, or if you want to. Flip dogs, come back to three-legged dog, squaring the hips towards the mat. Step the foot in between the hands. Drop the right knee down to the mat. And we're going to straighten through that left leg, coming in to half split. Always optioned. Halfway lift here. Reset the spine, fold over that front leg. If you're having trouble finding sensation here, maybe slide in, working towards that full split. Especially in splits, the sides are not going to feel the same. So slowly work into it, be aware of that. If you're in split, come back to that half split. We're going to bend into that front knee, raising the arms above the head. Getting a nice hip stretch. When you're ready, hands are going to plant. We're just going to come into a seat on our mat so we can bring that left knee back and just sit down. Come all the way down on your back. We're just going to take a supine twist in any way you want. If you want both knees, we'll drop to the left first. If you want both knees together, maybe you want to bind in eagle legs, wrapping that right leg over the left and dropping it over to the left side of the room. Have the freedom to get creative here. Maybe making a pose that's not even, it's your pose, not even a real yoga pose. Just something that lets you feel good. And relaxed here. When you're ready, we're going to slowly come to center and just switch sides, doing whatever you did on the left side, over on the right. Giving yourself time to just be here, right now, in this present moment. Feeling so in tune with your breath and your body. When you're ready, come back to center. Take one final pose to finish off this practice before Shavasana. Could be legs up for waterfall or happy baby. Anything that will feel good that you feel like you haven't gotten to yet. When you're ready, slowly make your way into your Shavasana, whatever that might look like. Could be lying flat on your back, legs long. Maybe you're in Supta Baddha Konasana, knees apart, feet together. Legs could be up the wall, if there's one close by. Find a place where you can just let go. Let the thoughts go. Let the sensations go. Feel heavy on the mat. letting the ground hold you, letting the breath go. I'll bring you out in just a few moments. Slowly begin to notice sensations in the room, maybe sounds, smells. Slowly begin to deepen the breath. Begin to bring movement back in the body, wiggling toes and fingers, working into wrists and ankles, maybe wiggling the elbows and knees, hips, shoulders, maybe reaching for a long body stretch on your mat. We'll make our way into a seat at the top of your mat, however you want to get there, through fetal position, or just slowly lifting yourself up. Eyes will be closed, hands can be on the knees or at heart center. Be so proud of all the work you did and for showing up, at least in Ohio, on this gloomy, gloomy day. The light in me honors the light in each of you. Namaste. Thanks, guys.